there's not much we can do as far as like, to figure that out. So I think in the beginning, like we need to start something. So we need to figure out where we can come together, and maybe. So if anybody's out there that understands how to piece this together, we need to dig into like setting agenda where we can all kind of come together and say, how do we remove lobbyists, right? Something that is plaguing our country overall, right? Agenda where we can all kind of come together and say, how do we remove lobbyists, right? Something, because lobbyists are the problem. All right, so we need to figure that out, right? So both parties are coming together. This right here, they make a lot of money from lobbyists, and that's why they were all upset. And we need to find out what's really going on out here. So let's go out here. Biden did tell me I wasn't black if I didn't vote for him, so I'm not voting Democrat ever again. I mean, that is something crazy to say. I mean, we don't ever look at these things in text. Like, how can you say to somebody, you're not black unless you vote for me? Yeah, it's just something weird to like think about. This party, it's tough out there, man. I'm not gonna lie, it's rough out there to go over all these weird aspects. Hateful party of liberal. So yeah, it's we got problems on both sides. So let's not, the one thing that we have to do together as a common, hit the likes and the button. Don't forget, let's get the likes up to 50,000 likes. Keep tapping the screen, guys. Tap the screens. If everybody just keeps tapping the screen, we'll get up to 50,000 likes. Let's get into some good conversation here. Host is ignoring the whole quote. What's your whole quote, bro? What's your whole quote? Let me go back in here. Why does MAGA preach violence just be? When did MAGA preach violence? Like when did they preach violence? MAGA doesn't preach violence, right? So my question is, did MAGA march across America and burn down Minneapolis, Minnesota, Wisconsin? Did MAGA burn down everybody's states? I mean, what are you talking about? Churches are a problem. The church thing, it's definitely, yeah. I mean, churches are a problem. I agree. They're trying to control the vote. Yes, they are. You know why they're trying to control the vote? So that's a topic we need to, I'm glad you brought that up, right? Because that's a topic that we need to, look at, right? So, that is a very interesting side, because I remember back in the day, let me add this to this line. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add researches for us, and we're going to go in and we're going to do researching on all this information so that we can, get to a better success moment as far as like, talking, right? Let's see here. Churches are the problem. Churches are trying to control the vote. Hateful party of liberals. We would have to overthrow the government to do that because the government would have to vote on it. Right. Joe Blair. So Trump said way worse than that. So what did Trump say that was way worse than that, Joe Blair? So what did he say that was way worse than that, brother? We're rolling through comments right now. What did he say that was way worse than that? I'm gonna spin this out so we can get the bottom. So yeah, MAGA didn't tear anything up, man. Let's see. More taxes keep us in our place. True. Homes unaffordable. That's true right now. Inflation is crazy right now, guys. Hit the likes in the chat if you want more inflation. Let's get some likes in here. We definitely need inflation to go up. Pelosi on tape denying any help. Yeah, listen, politicians as a whole, we got a problem in politicians as a whole, guys. So listen, if you have anything that you want to come up, say some things, talk a little bit, have 60 seconds to kind of voice your opinion. Make sure you request to become a guest. Don't come up here, saying crazy things if you're not going to listen as we go back and forth. So how is Trump see that, like Robert, you're so excited, Robert. So how is Trump a scumbag traitor? Let's see here. That's actually not been proven, that way. That's an email, brother. Facebook owner just admitted used Facebook to help Biden win. All right, let's pull that up real quick. So that's an interesting fact, right? So let's pull that up. We're gonna jump in here. Here's some fact check claims that on Harris. We're gonna come over here. Trump craves debate. Let's see, fact check. We'll fact check Harris in a second, guys. So, and we're gonna track everybody. So we got to go back and forth, but we got claims victory. All right, let's find out what Facebook is talking about, right? So Zuckerberg, Biden administration pressured. What is this? So you have to dig in. So let's see. When they had plenty of time, let's see.
COVID-19 content during the pandemic. What he's now saying about his company's moderation policies. COVID-19 content. Mark Zuckerberg admitting that the government pressured the parent company of Facebook and Instagram to censor COVID-19 content during the pandemic. What he's now saying about his company's moderation policies. A hostage held in Gaza is returning home today. The COVID-19 pandemic. In a letter to the House Judiciary Committee, the CEO and founder of Meta alleges government officials, including some at the White House, urged Facebook to take down humor and satire posts regarding COVID. Zuckerberg says those officials expressed frustration when the company did not agree with removing the content. So let's bring in correspondent Lori. Officials expressed frustration when the company did not agree with removing the content. So let's bring in correspondent Lori. Officials expressed frustration when the company did not agree with removing.
All right, so there is, some things going on here. Accounts with verified badge, authentic can be Meta. How can anyone condone rationalizing voting for a politician that was actively involving censoring American people? So what do you feel about that when you get censored? Like, do you want a government that can censor your information? I mean, is that something we want? We want to be censored? You know what I mean? Is that what we want? We want to be censored? Is that what we're doing? I mean, that's just as an American person. I mean, so as people, we have to start thinking bigger, right? So stop thinking about. I mean, if you're in love with your Democrat and you're dating them or something, I mean, if you're emotional, like you're in a relationship, you probably should go talk to somebody about that. There's a lot of counseling out there. You're not dating you're not dating your party, right? You're not marrying Democrat Party. You're not marrying the Republican Party. You are an American. Your party is the American people, your neighbors, your relative, people that you know, right? The people, right? You're not dating, and you're not, You're not in a relationship with these people, right? You have to stop being so emotional. If you're emotional about this, you're probably being used and manipulated, right? That's kind of what happens, right? Let's see here. So there's so much. I mean, but this is what we go through. There's so much stuff in the comments, right? Let's some of the stuff. Nope, that's why I'm voting for Trump. You should not get too low. I've been censored on TikTok, right? You've been censored on TikTok. People, I mean, we've all been censored on TikTok. We have been censored every time a Democrat's in office. True, that's about true. Medical falsehoods like V was. I mean, you're trying to say that there's medical falsehoods, but I mean, you're not in the medical field. You know what I mean? Like we have to, there's a thing. Let me put that in there, right? We got to go through some COVID things, or we'll call it the 19. We got to go through some 19 things, and because you didn't get all the facts, and you're just listening to whatever they tell you, and some of it didn't make sense. So we got to dig into that a little bit more, right? Because I feel like there's a lot of things that you guys missed and you don't remember because you have you have ADHD and you have a short attention span, right? So a lot of things go over your guys' head. You don't even pay attention. But we need to dig in here. That's what this show's all about. Didn't take the vaccine. Yo, Scotty be chilling. Shout out to Scotty be chilling. So we need to kind of do some research on that because we have enough data over the last 3 years to do fair enough research to get to the bottom. Let's see here. So we'll do some research on that because it's like a touchy subject, but there's a lot of things you guys forgot. Spill Magger, Trump will lose big. Probably not, brother, but well, first off, speak English if you want to get your message conveyed because I don't even know what the F you're talking about, pal. Okay, pal. What I'm talking about, pal, is all the information from doctors around the world, pal, that was censored out and not given to the American people, pale. And a bunch of people who have, written medical books, pale, that said there was a lot of contradicting information that was being given out by other people, pale. And, so that's what we have to look into, pale, because you can't just accept what they tell you, pale, because that would make you a sheep, pale. And we're a little more than sheep, pal. And that's kind of what we need to get into, pal. So we got to dig in there. So you're not qualified to have medical opinions. Well, half the people you were listening to weren't qualified either, buddy. I mean, so you were listening to who was telling you about medical, right? All your celebrities, right? Bill Gates. You know what I'm saying? You guys you all listen to your favorite celebrities, Bill Gates. So yeah. So I mean, let's wake up. Get a little smarter, man. So what we have to do is try to get in between the misinformation somewhere that we can come to an understanding of just some type of truth for the American people, right? American people, we have to, separate the bias and come together in a middle moment and get information and then make our decisions at the polls, right? But this is bigger than the election. This is bigger than, this year. You're setting the stage for the next decade, right? I don't know if you know this, or if you noticed, but you own less and have less, and they want you to be happier. And there is an agenda, and it's not Agenda 47. There is a project, and it is not Project 2025. You know, the one thing you guys leech onto is things that make, you know, you emotional, but you don't look at what the World Economic is saying. You will own nothing and be happy. So mama, yes, mama. So have you ever heard of you will own nothing and be happy? Yes, mama. Have you ever heard of you will own nothing and be happy? Have you ever heard of that? No. Yes, mama, you there? You do a lot of typing, but I'm asking you a question. Have you ever heard of you will own nothing and be happy? Have you ever heard of that? No? You ever heard of that? Statewide crypto. So crypto, you know, the economy. So we can talk a little bit of economy. You know, hold up. Hold up. I'm reading your yes man. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not mama. Yes man. Hey, yes man. Yes man. Have you ever heard of you will own nothing and be happy? Has anybody ever heard of that? You guys ever hear that? You guys ever hear that? You will own nothing and be happy? Hmm?
With tax day approaching, Americans
Don't understand this. Yeah, that's the problem. So, Joe, that's what we're talking about. Money is bigger than influence on the government than that's where they're going to vote. We have to remove the money. We have to kill the money. We have to get rid of the money. You got to cut the supply off. Cut the supply off. That's what we need. Single bill, no lobbying. Find out how these companies are using their tax deductions. Yeah, your version of breads is illegal in Europe because of lobbying. I mean, it's a lot of, and that's funny, Rogue. It's true that in most other countries they don't claim they don't see our bread as actual limit terms. Yes, we need limit terms. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Smokers Circle, who you voting for? Who you voting for, smokers? You voting Kamala or Trump? Okay. And we have to kind of like, there's a lot of education that needs to go on for people, man, to grow to where, we need to educate each other. We got to stand together. Like American people need to come together and teach each other the best ways to, take advantage of the situation and grow our economy, from the inside out. And, we got to look at all these loopholes and all these things that are going on. So I will make some videos on these crazy tax things. And then we need to ask these companies, repost the videos and repost them and tag them and demand the money. Right? We need to demand the money. Like, we want that money. Like, or we need to do boycotts. You know what I mean? That's what we need to do. And that's how it starts. You got to do it yourself. We got to do it ourselves. Right? We're waiting for these people that this entire system has a problem. And we need to solve the problem by being direct. We have social media. We have the power to disrupt profits. And if we disrupt profits, then they will get the point. Does that make sense? We need to disrupt the system. We need to hit social media, right? We need to take advantage of that. But we got to hit their things. If they're on Twitter, why we want that money? We should be going after Pfizer, Amazon. We need to do a month where we cut off all our Amazon, primes. Like if we don't get our 21% taxes, we're going to cut that off. That's it. Got to be serious. You don't need Amazon Prime for 30 days. You were living without it a couple years ago. So don't forget to follow. Follow. Every day, 5 o'clock, we'll do a couple hours and then we'll go longer. We'll get people up here. We can talk, go back and forth. And let's get to some points here. And we got to start a movement, man. The American movement, dude. Red and blue, don't matter. Democrat, Republican, one party, American party. And then we could decide where you're voting later. It don't really matter. But at the end of the day, we need to come together to find out what's going on here. Because at the end of the day, we're being robbed. That makes sense? We're being robbed. We got to get the answers to these questions. What are you doing not to pay taxes? Right? What's happening? So that's what we need to do, guys. So I appreciate your time. Thanks for coming in. As always, it's always a pleasure to be here. And, there's a lot of things that we got to learn from each other, but you gotta understand that together is the only way to win, man. It's poor versus rich, and the poor have less chance than the two nuts we have against. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, we're in a tough spot, man. Yeah, reduce red tape so U.S. So that's business too, right? So there's a lot of things we have to build here, but we have to build it a certain way. I think the very first thing is lobbyists. We need to take care of lobbyists. Two, we need single layered bills. And three, we need to find out why these companies have not paid taxes in 2023, like what deductions they're getting, so that we can get where we need to get, right? And then all we do is go to social media, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, and put on there, I'm a Democrat and I want you to pay your taxes. I'm a Republican and I want you to pay your taxes. Or we're not doing business with you. That's plain and simple. If you don't pay your taxes, we will not do business with you. Period. And then we cut off our service. That's it. So, I mean, yeah. So let's start that movement. I'm going to make some videos tonight, guys. So tomorrow we can go share, put it out there, and spread the news on Instagram and on X. And let's start holding these people accountable for this craziness, because it's crazy. And enough's enough, man. Enough's enough. America is a beautiful country, and there's enough for everybody. And we, the people, need to stop being taken advantage of. That's all it is. All right, guys. So I appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming in. Good luck. God bless. Have a good night. Hug a loved one. Enjoy your dinner. Pet your dog, and know that we're all one person, right? We're American, and we're just here to survive. I'm going to post some videos. Make sure you look out for them. Don't forget to follow, guys. Hit that follow button. Hit that follow button up there. Make sure you're following every day at 5 p.m. And we're going to 5 p.m. Central. We're going to get this figured out, because we got to do it together. And the only way to do that is to, take all the distractions and bring them down to, 3 to 5 things. And we do those 3 to 5 things and we knock those out one step at a time. Well, eventually we'll see progress, right? Because we never know where we're going to be. And we never know what we can do until we do it, right? So let's come together and do it, right? So when we leave comments, we write Democrat or Republican, and we tell them that we are together, and neither one of us think that you shouldn't pay taxes. Nobody here supports that. You know what I mean? Nobody here supports that. We all want you to pay. Nobody here supports that, man. So let's get our point across, and let's attack those two companies, right? We'll pick out a couple more ones, and we'll go after the big ones and big names. But Amazon and Walmart too. Amazon, Walmart, Pfizer. I think the big three right there, right? I think we attack those, and we go from there, because it's been too. We need to do this ourselves. We need to do this ourselves. And that's all that matters, guys. Other than that, good luck. God bless. Like I said, have a good night. Make dinner. Say some prayers. Hug your loved ones. Be on top of that. Look out for the video.